Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. And today I'm going to do another video. It's kind of an installment. It's called Studio Tales. And I kind of go into detail or some of my experiences as far as the recording industry, touring, studio work experiences, and things of that nature. Because unfortunately, there's not a lot of people out there that are in the industry or have been in the industry that will kind of give you kind of a to the direct point to things that you're going to probably experience or things you try to avoid. And it's unfortunate because this is one industry, if you make some mistakes, it can cost you your career. You know, you can go under for a lifetime. So I thought that it would probably be beneficial for me to share some of these experiences, some of my insights, because I think they might be helpful to you. And here is one of them. And people going to think I'm crazy when I say this, and I'm going to explain to you why I feel this way. When I first started writing songs and kind of got on the ghostwriting circuit, you know, I was making a decent living. And then the third song that I wrote, I think it went to #4. And I got a big payday, a really big payday. Because about a week prior to them cutting me a check and it came, I was looking at this truck. And I said to myself, okay, I can afford that. Put down this payment, then 2 years I can pay it off, I'm good. Because I don't believe into that getting wrapped up to 10-year term payment things. Because the money that you spend on the interest, you could have bought 2 cars. So you try to not get caught up in that. So looking at the car, a truck, and then I got my check. They cut my check. When I got the check, I went into the dealership and I paid cash for it. And I realized 2 things at that point. These are 2 things that happen when you go in and pay for a car straight out without any payments or, you know, long-term payments. The dealer makes 2 calls. He makes one to run your credit, then he makes another one to the FBI because by law, anybody that spent over $10,000, the FBI has to be notified because now you get put on their radar. And you really don't want to be put on their radar because they watch you for like the next 5 years to see if you are into money laundering or doing something illegal. So now you have these other people kind of observing your behavior and your spending patterns. And what I realized at that point when, you know, the money was coming in on such a large scale that now you're preoccupied with making more money. And it's like the desire for this doesn't dwindle, it becomes humongous. And I said to myself, I really don't want to get caught up in this because I don't want to spend the majority of my time thinking about where's the next big chunk of money coming from. And what happens is when you start to make a, you know, kind of out of the ordinary money or salary, the IRS start watching you. Friends and family start coming around because, you know, either you shared this information with them or they noticed that, you know, you're living a little better. Then you got people that don't have your best interests at heart at all, and some of them might even try to do you harm because they're just that greedy, strung out to try to get money. You know, so a lot of people don't realize the stress that's put on entertainers because think about this. Several years ago, Janet Jackson was on tour and she passed out on stage and they had to rush to the hospital and they realized her lungs, one of her lungs had collapsed. How many people you know in the average job setting, they go to work every day and they working so hard that they pass out and they get a rush to the hospital and one of their lungs collapse? That's just how hard the people in the industry work because they become so bombarded and so preoccupied with making large sums of money. Because what I realized when, you know, I was getting those checks, that it takes a great deal of money to live like that on a consistent basis. Because you think you're going to get, you know, X amount of money, like, I'm good. It's like, no, this is going to last about a year and you're going to need some more if it lasts that long. So I decided that, you know, that I was not going to become a part of that fixture where I'm going to be trying to do whatever I do, whether it's, you know, right or lack of morals as far as trying to, you know, gather up large sums of money. Because I was just watching I think it was TMC or one of them, and Teddy Riley, who I think is just a tremendous talent, you know, and a very underrated one at that he's taken his 21-year-old daughter to court regarding songwriting issues. that right there sums it up as far as greed, that you get to the point that family is no longer family to you. They're looked upon as clients and people that owe you money, or you trying to get money out of them, or they're trying to get money out of you. When it gets to that point that you got to start taking your baby, and she's considered still a baby, to court, and it's not like you struggling or you don't have any money, you know, you have to kind of take a step back and say, hey, is this worth selling my soul? Because now at the point, I call it selling your soul, that you don't have any type of compassion for nobody other than making large sums of money. So you know what? You want to keep that in perspective as far as don't let the money rule you, rule the money. Because again, you know, it was a wake-up experience to me, because I'm saying to myself, in order to live like this, I got to continue to work that hard to make more money, make more money, and make more money. And sometimes that money don't come in that short of a time span that, you know, you continue to live like that. So I didn't raise my hopes up too high to say, you know, I'm going to buy me a mansion in 2 years, because to be honest, I don't want a mansion. You know, I just want to live modestly, which I have, and been comfortable. Because before when I was a kid, I was like, I'm going to be rich and famous. And I said to myself, I'm not going to be like those regular rich and famous people where they go out and buy big old houses and then they can't afford them and all that. I'm going to live still in this area. But unfortunately, you can't do that, because once people realize that you're making that kind of money in the average neighborhood and that you stand out, you got to go, whether you like it or not. But it doesn't mean that you have to go to the mansion and spend all your money, or still trying to, you know, live a type of lifestyle that you can't keep up with, because the music industry, more so than any other industry, or should I say the entertainment industry, like no other industry, it has its ups and downs. One year you might make $1.2 million. The next year you might make 40. You know, it's not like a regular job where you have a consistent pay. You know, 1 minute you up here, the next minute you off the chart. You're not even rating or ranking. You know, so be mindful of that coming into this industry, that save your money. Be sure to pay your taxes on your money, because I mentioned this before and it's important for me to mention it again. The entertainment industry is like no other industry. When you work a regular job, before you get your physical money, the state people have already attacked it, the federal people have attacked it, the Social Security put away have been attacked. So all that's been put away before you even get your money. But when you work in the industry, the entertainment industry, they cut you a check and they don't take nothing out of it. It's up to you to pay those taxes on it. And most of us are not accountants, so we don't know what we need to put to the side, you know, so when come tax time, you pay off that money that you've earned. So we don't know how much to put to the side. And a lot of us, you know, we start dipping into that money, you know, after that money's gone. So now at the end of the year, here come the IRS knocking on the door. Yo, you owe $500,000 on that $2 million you made last year. So those are things that nobody unfortunately tells you about until you are in that situation and you stuck. So, you know, I thought that from time to time I'll put together these types of videos where I kind of give you a heads up as far as what to expect when it comes to the music industry or the entertainment industry. So I'm going to sign off, and then until next time, I hope this was informative, and take care.